Welcome to the deep dive. So if you've been wondering, how exactly do you build a real TikTok following in 2025? One that's actually engaged.
Yeah, whether it's for personal stuff or growing a business.
Exactly. You're in the right spot. That sometimes feels like there's some secret sauce everyone else has, right? But we've looked at the latest insights, the strategies that seem to be working now. And actually, speaking of getting started, sometimes that initial push is tricky. If you want to give your profiles a bit of a head start, maybe build that first impression, you could check out rapidboost.net. It's positioned as a safe way to boost those initial numbers.
Right, get the ball rolling.
Yeah. So today, our mission really is to give you a clear shortcut to understand what actually drives significant TikTok growth in, 2025.
Exactly. Let's forget those, overnight promises and the advice that's probably already collecting dust.
Uh,
You're going deep. Looking at what really works now, actionable stuff and, crucially, authentic strategies.
Yep.
We really want you to get a handle on the engine behind it, all the algorithm, and, how to make it work for you.
Okay, let's definitely unpack that. The TikTok algorithm in 2025, it feels like it changes every other week. What's the main shift we need to grasp?
Well, the big thing is it's just gotten smarter, more sophisticated. It's not just about latching onto a trending sound anymore.
Right.
In 2025, the algorithm is really looking hard at whether people actually engage with your stuff. Are they watching, rewatching,
Right.
and are you as a creator showing up consistently?
So it's like TikTok's gotten better at figuring out what keeps people scrolling, or rather stops them scrolling on a specific video.
Precisely. It's a recommendation system, right? It learns what you like and it wants to give you more of that. So it's looking for those quality signals.
Okay, so it's not just the view count anymore. It's what happens after someone clicks play.
Mm-hmm.
What signals is it really zooming in on?
Yeah, absolutely. Average watch time is huge. How long do people actually stick around?
Right.
And rewatches. If someone watches your video again, that's a massive green flag for TikTok.
Ah, interesting.
Then there's also how quickly your video starts getting traction right after you post it.
Yeah.
That initial burst matters. And the underlying theme here is longer watch times are golden.
Okay, longer watch times. That makes sense. People are picky. They want value fast.
Exactly. That immediate engagement is key.
So how do we actually do that? Grab them instantly and keep them glued for those first few seconds.
Yeah, that's the challenge, isn't it? This brings us to something called the microhook effect. We're seeing creators really grow by nailing this.
The microhook effect. Okay, like Lena, that fashion creator we looked at. How did she use that?
Lena's a perfect example. She saw amazing growth because she started putting these really quick, sometimes unexpected, visually grabbing moments right at the start, like second one or two.
What kind of moments?
Could be anything, really. A flash of a really cool outfit detail, maybe a funny face, a super fast transition, something that just makes you pause your scroll and go, hang on, what was that?
Oh, I see. It disrupts the pattern.
Exactly. And that led to much longer watch times for her, more rewatches, which told the algorithm, hey, people like this, and boom, wider reach.
Okay, so mastering that watch time, that initial engagement, it's not just helpful. It's basically fundamental for the 2025 algorithm.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, so we've hooked them. Now, what kind of content keeps them watching, keeps them coming back, makes them hit follow?
Well, if the algorithm wants enjoyable, engaging stuff, just copying trends isn't going to cut it long term.
Right.
Originality is getting rewarded more, especially when paired with a consistent posting rhythm. You got to inject your own unique flavor, even if you are playing with a trend.
So relying purely on trends is kind of risky.
It can give you a temporary bump, sure, but building a loyal audience, that takes consistent original content.
Okay, but coming up with original ideas all the time sounds daunting. How do we manage that?
That's where content pillars are super helpful. Think of them as, say, 3 to 5 main themes your channel is about.
Okay, like category.
Exactly. So maybe a finance expert does budgeting tips, creator interviews, maybe some day in the life stuff, and busting money myths.
Gotcha.
Having those pillars does 2 things. It helps you stay focused, and it tells TikTok, this is who my audience is, show my stuff to these people.
Right, clarity for you, clarity for the algorithm. Makes sense. So within those pillars, how do we make the actual videos, like magnetic?
Storytelling, even in short videos, don't underestimate its power.
Storytelling on TikTok, how does that work?
Think mini narratives. A simple structure that works well is hook first, then setup, introduce some conflict or challenge, and finally the solution or reveal.
Hook, setup, conflict, solution, reveal.
Okay. It creates that little emotional journey, keeps people invested. Like Jamie, the DIY creator at DIY with Jamie.
Oh, yeah. The furniture flips, the ugly to cozy ones, those were addictive.
Totally. What made them work so well is each one was a mini story. You see the before, the messy middle bit, then the amazing after.
Yeah, you really wanted to see how it turned out.
Exactly. It builds that anticipation. It's not just showing the end result, it's the journey that boosts engagement like crazy, which, again, the algorithm loves.
So, taking the viewer along for the ride.
Got it.
What about just the look and feel? Any quick tips for visuals?
Oh, definitely. Visuals are key on TikTok. Think bright, poppy colors. Dynamic angles, don't just stick the phone on a tripod. Fast edits to keep the energy up.
Right, keep it moving.
And captions, super important because so many people watch with the sound off. Use captions to highlight points, ask questions to get comments going, maybe even bold statements. Make it work without sound too.
Okay, solid visual advice. So we're clear on the algorithm basics, crafting content with pillars, using storytelling. Now, trends. They still seem like a big deal in 2025, right?
They are, yeah, but the game has changed a bit. Trends definitely still offer visibility boost,
Well, yeah.
but they seem to burn out faster now. The lifespan is shorter. So the trick in 2025 is spotting them early. Use TikTok's own Discovery tab. Watch the viral sound charts like a hawk.
Okay, get in early.
Yeah.
But you said just copying isn't enough.
Right. The real win is adding your unique spin. Don't just replicate, adapt it to your niche, your style.
Can you give an example
Sure. Say there's a viral dance. If you're a baker, maybe you turn it into a pastry making challenge using the same sound.
Okay.
Or maybe a book reviewer acts out a scene from a book using that trending audio. It's about finding that connection between the trend and what you normally do.
That makes way more sense. Creative adaptation, not just copying. What about actually starting a trend? Is that a realistic goal?
It absolutely can be. This idea of creating original format trends is really interesting.
Format trend.
Yeah, like a unique video template or a recurring segment that's easy for others to jump in on. Maybe it's a specific way you use green screen reply or a duet challenge you kick off.
Ah, so you create the template, basically.
Exactly. If it catches on and others start using your format, that can lead to explosive growth. It positions you as an innovator in your space.
Wow, okay. That sounds powerful.
It really can be. Remember that chef Maria, the trend jacking example?
Yeah, what did she do again?
She took a viral sound, a remix, and layered these super quick, satisfying cooking clips over it. But her genius move was adding funny kitchen fails in between the perfect shots.
Oh, right. That made it relatable.
Totally. People loved the personal, humorous twist. They started copying her style, tagging her, and her followers just took off.
Okay, so be creative, be authentic, even with trends. Or maybe even start your own. Got it. Now, shifting gears a bit, we've made great content, caught someone's eye. How do we make sure our profile itself is working hard for us? Profile optimization?
Yeah, think of your profile as your shop window. Got to make it look good and be clear.
Okay, first steps.
High quality profile, pick clear face or logo. Your bio needs to instantly say what you do and why someone should follow. Use keywords people might search for in your niche.
Keywords in the bio, interesting.
Definitely. And a clear call to action is vital, like DM me TikTok for free tips. Make it obvious what you want them to do next. And of course, link out to your website or other socials.
Makes sense. What about pinned videos? I see those at the top of profiles. How useful are they?
Very useful. TikTok lets you pin, what, up to 5 now?
5, yeah.
Use that space. Pin your absolute best stuff, maybe an intro video or something that perfectly explains your niche. It's like your highlight reel for new visitors. Start here, basically.
Okay, curating that first impression. Good tip. So people follow. How do we turn followers into an actual community? Keep them engaged.
You got to be present. It's not just post and ghost.
Right.
Make time to reply to comments. And even better, use the video reply feature. It's so much more personal.
Ah, yeah, those can be really effective.
Definitely. Shout out your top fans, feature their comments sometimes, ask questions in your videos, use polls, stickers, anything to spark conversation. The algorithm rewards that connection too.
So interaction is key. What about connecting with other creators? Is collaboration important?
Hugely important. It's one of the best growth hacks, honestly. Find creators in similar niches, maybe similar audience size.
And do
Make videos together, do duets, stitch their content, maybe cross-promote. It exposes you to their audience and them to yours. It's a win-win for finding engaged followers.
Okay, profile optimized, community building. Now, making sure the videos themselves get seen initially, boosting visibility. Let's talk hashtags and timing.
Okay, hashtags. Don't just throw in 50 random ones. Be strategic.
Oh.
Use a mix. Some broad ones for your general topic, like hashtag book talk if you're into books. Then some more specific niche ones, like hashtag cozy reads maybe. And throw in 1 or 2 relevant trending hashtags if they fit.
How many total?
Aim for maybe 3 to 6 really good ones per video and switch them up sometimes, see what works. The source mentioned hashtag reading challenge 2025, 2 timely ones work.
Right, a smart mix. What about posting times? Does the best time to post still exist in 2025?
It definitely still matters. You want to post when your audience is actually scrolling.
So how do we figure that out?
Your TikTok analytics are your best friend here. Dive in, see when your followers are most active, when you get the most engagement.
And test things out.
Absolutely. And since TikTok is so global now, maybe even test posting at 2 different peak times to catch people in different zones.
Good point. Okay, testing times. And how often should we post? Is it still daily?
It's that classic balance. Frequency versus quality. Consistency matters to the algorithm, shows you're active, but don't burn yourself out posting mediocre stuff just to hit a daily target.
So what's a good baseline?
Aim for at least, say, 3 high-quality posts a week, but focus more on making each one count and keep experimenting with different types of content.
Quality over sheer quantity, but still be consistent.
Got it. Okay, let's talk about the beginning. That 0 to 500 follower stage. It feels like climbing a mountain sometimes. Any advice for seeding that initial growth?
Yeah, that initial phase is tough. It's where that idea of social proof really comes in.
Social proof. Meaning?
Meaning people are just more likely to check out or follow an account that already seems to have some followers, some activity. It feels less risky, more validated. Okay. And this loops back to what you mentioned earlier with rapidboost.net. Is that where something like that fits in?
Potentially, yeah. As we mentioned, services like rapidboost.net aim to give you that initial numerical lift. It could be seen as a way to get past that 0 follower hurdle safely, establish that very first bit of social proof, and maybe encourage real users to give your content a chance.
Right. But, and this feels important, it's not a replacement for actual good content and engagement, right?
Oh, absolutely not. It's crucial to understand that. An initial boost, if you choose that route, is just about getting the door slightly ajar.
Yeah.
You still have to deliver amazing content and build community using all the authentic strategies we've been talking about. It's not a magic wand.
Okay. Just a potential kickstart followed by real work.
Exactly. From there, it's all about applying those genuine, sustainable growth tactics consistently.
We have covered so much. Can we maybe boil down like a quick action plan people can take away?
Sure thing. Let's try a 7-step blueprint. 1, really nail down your brand niche, optimize that profile. 2, get into the habit of daily research trends, sounds in your niche. 3, hooks. Obsess over those first 2 seconds to keep people watching.
Okay.
4, edit smart to maximize retention, keep them engaged. 5, talk to your people, reply to comments, use video replies. 6, collaborate, find partners. And 7, analyze, check your analytics, see what's working, and tweak your strategy.
Audit, research, hook, retain, engage, collaborate, analyze. Love it. Super actionable. And didn't the source mention Emma, the language coach, as an example of this working?
Yeah, Emma's story was great. She apparently went from like 500 followers to over 6,400, I think, in just 1 month, organically.
Wow.
By doing exactly this stuff. She focused on her content pillars, used storytelling, engaged like crazy with comments, and did a really smart duet with a bigger account in the language meme space.
So it really shows that putting these pieces together can work.
Definitely. It demonstrates the power of combining these strategies.
So wrapping up, the big message for TikTok growth in 2025 isn't some secret code. It's really about understanding the algorithm's priorities.
Yeah, creating content that's genuinely good and distinctive.
Building that community actively.
And working with others,
Yeah.
not just relying on old tricks.
Right. And remembering everyone starts somewhere.
Exactly. Every huge account started at 0. It's about maybe getting that initial bit of trust, perhaps with a small boost, but then doubling down on authentic value and connection. That's the path.
Okay, so the core takeaway, focus on value, engage authentically, tailor to the algorithm, build real community. That's the recipe.
Precisely. And maybe one last thing for you listening to think about.
Ooh, okay.
Given how fast TikTok keeps changing, what unique content pillar could you develop right now? Something that hits a growing niche, maybe, and really grabs people from that very first second, encourages real interaction. Think about how you could maybe set a trend rather than just follow one. That's where some really exciting potential is waiting, I think.